Delaware, where the harvest is precious, by Kevin and Kurt. So the geography was basically that we have the best farming and agricultural land at everybody in the colonial areas, all 13 of them. We had flat lowland, Atlantic coastal plains, amazing view of the Atlantic Ocean from the shore, the richest soil, and the best of the middle colonies. So basically we just had as much farmland as possible, which really supported us, and that's how we kind of survived off of our farming. The economy also contributing to that was that crash crops were very crucial, kind of a tongue twister. Lots of forests, which made the lumber industry very powerful. We were considered the breadbasket colony because of how much stuff we harvested and how much crops we kind of took in. And the crops were such as wheat, that's where we get breadbasket name, indigo, and rice. Those are the main three that were harvested in Delaware. And this helped a lot because of, obviously, the fertile land that it had to offer. So it's all kind of a cycle and all contributed to us as a colony. Next, we have the resources. It's practically the mine of great resources. As I said before, the lumber industry is very strong, which means there's great wood, there's attractive furs, plenty of useful coal, and home of the strongest iron ore out there. So you can see the pictures on the right of all the resources we kind of built up as a colony and produced to sell and to use for our own good. Next, we have manufacturing. Lots of products help with trade and money. We can see on the right them producing a lot of iron, and as it says on the top, frequently used iron. And the tools that helped, as you can see on the right, were kettles, plows, and locks. And we grew tons of cash crops, as we said before, some indigo and rice and wheat. We also grew livestock, which you mentioned the furs earlier, for more money and trade. This is all kind of contributing to each other. It's all kind of coming together is like how we survive as a colony, basically. The climate was obviously perfect, or else we wouldn't be farmers. So it was warm summers and mild winters, which means the summers are the best time to grow the crops, the spring, and then the winters weren't the crops could survive through the winters if they needed to. It wasn't like the worst, coldest winters of the colonies. And it's not too cold to grow crops, but also perfect temperature during the summer, as I just said, basically. And the lowlands and fertile soil helped the colonies thrive, which contributed to the climate, which all ties together in the end, which, again, our goal is to be a thriving colony, and this is why you should come visit Delaware, because we are the best. The trade center of the middle colonies as well, because we were by the rivers, we had a lot of ports and docks, whatever. Delaware and the other middle colonies were primarily known for trade and food, corn and wheat, as we mentioned earlier, the wheat and the breadbasket colony, and livestock, beef, and pork. Like we mentioned this earlier as well in our economy. We also traded great lumber, strong iron, fur, textiles, and exceptional ships. We obviously had a lot of ships because we were on the water, and Rhode Island or Delaware has a really big coastal line, which is basically like half of the colony or state. Other resources to come to Delaware's colony. No matter what religion you follow, we accept you into the colony. This is another great reason to come. You can follow whatever you want, whatever religion it suits you. You can come to our colony and strive there. We are one of the first 13 colonies, which for sure will put you in the history books. All right. So finally, we have other reasons to come here. We are already part of history. For example, we were part of the New Netherlands for several years. We've established a new industry, flax and hemp farms. So, more reasons to come here are we are home to famous Georgetown and Wilmington. Our motto is liberty and independence. Come live a comfortable life as a farmer where you can get 50 to 150 acres along with a nice house, a barn, and a yard. So, Delaware is a great place for just, especially farmers, to come and get money because there's lots of area to farm, lots of land, lots of agricultural land, all that kind of stuff. And we're pretty accepting of most all the people at this time. Religion related, not quite slave related yet because we haven't dealt with slaves yet. No one has. And it's just overall a great place to be. You can make some money, you can trade, it's good for ships, you can do all sorts of stuff here, and you can basically survive here better than most of the other colonies, in my opinion. So y'all should come down to Delaware and have a good time with us. All right. Hope you guys come.